I'm Darren DePaul, and you're watching the Blizzard Vault series. Let's go check out some legendary treasures with the Vault's librarian and archivist, Joanna Perez. So, Diablo, one of my favorite games.
Mine too.
Ah, excellent. It has almost 30 years of history behind it. During that time, what items have you collected from Diablo?
When you have a game almost 30 years like Diablo, sometimes it's difficult to track down items from pieces or projects. We have to do a lot of research to find out where it came from, who created it. We actually have several Diablo items that are on display on campus that we are trying to figure out where they came from, the origin of them.
So there's a mystery.
Oh, I love mysteries.
My name's Wyatt Chang, and I work at Blizzard as a principal designer.
And so what is this incredibly awesome item that we're looking at here today?
Most people come by the lobby and they take a look and they say, oh, it's a Diablo statue. But it's actually a latex costume of Diablo. The item actually predates my time at Blizzard North, but from what I hear, it was used in the late 90s to promote Diablo 2 at E3. I think that Diablo, honestly, is probably one of the most accessible games that we have at Blizzard. It's really just about the visceral moment-to-moment, kill some monsters, get some loot, make your character more powerful, move on, a story unveils, a mystery unfolds, an enemy, a nemesis to destroy, lies ahead. I love our Diablo community. There are so many players who have played every single Diablo game, Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, and they're just constantly hungry and eager for more, and that just makes it a total privilege to come into work every day.
Why do you think it's important that we display pieces like this around our campus?
It's cool. As a sort of a heritage piece and as an homage, like this really does reflect sort of a snapshot in Diablo development history. And it's nice to come in and know that Diablo as a franchise has been around for over 20 years.
Have you ever heard Diablo mumble anything to you while you walk by?
You know what? So it's funny. I haven't heard it mumble, but people have played practical jokes on that around in the office.
Serious?
Yes. At the last building that we were in, the statue was parked in one of the high traffic hallways in the Diablo 3 development area. And so it was really easy for people to sort of hide around the corner or hide just behind and then kind of pretend that Diablo was making noises. And particularly if you have like guests coming through, you can get a good scare out of them.
That's why you guys are my favorite.
How big is this vault? How do you store everything in it?
We try to carefully choose what we keep. Anything that we think is going to have really good historical value in the future, but also anything that's going to be really awesome reference for people to use as they're going through their day-to-day here at Blizzard.
My name is Brian Fay, and I'm a senior sculptor.
And what are we looking at today?
This is the 2012 employee holiday gift, the Treasure Goblin from Diablo 3. And this is an original final casting, and this is what the employees got. After we're done with the sculpt, I mold it, and then we make a casting, and this is what's sent to the factory. They make their molds based off of these individual pieces that they then use to make this by, I don't know how many, they made like 3,000 or 4,000 pieces.
How long does this whole process take to make a sculpt like this?
It depends on the complexity, and the size. Like this one, I did this it was under 2 weeks from start to finish, from initiation to final molding.
So tell us a little bit more about the employee gift, how that works for everyone.
Every year they pick a project that they want to make, like a statue or something to give to all the employees. And the one for this year is supposed to be something else. And I had roughed out the Treasure Goblin just because I loved the character, and I had it sitting on my desk. And Chris Metzen came in and he just stopped by and took out his phone and took a picture and just like awesome and walked away. And the next day my producer comes in and says, yeah, you're working on the Goblin, go, 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 because he just loved it.
Why do you think it's valuable that all of your work gets archived and preserved?
If somebody was smart enough to save a casting, it can be remolded again and possibly redone so that maybe we could release it one day to fans. But if that stuff's just thrown away, then it's kind of impossible to do. This is all that exists of the final sculpt. It gets completely destroyed when you take it out of the mold.
This never comes back all in one piece.
No, it would be absolute torture if somebody told me to put this back together to make it like this. Like I would pull my hair out.
Can you put it back?
No.
Can you put it